In the heart of Indonesia's North Sumatra province, a man by the name of Ahmad Suradji led an outwardly ordinary life. Born on January 10, 1949, Suradji was a cattle breeder by profession, living in the bustling city of Medan. But behind this seemingly unremarkable facade lay a deeply disturbing secret that would shatter the lives of countless innocent victims. Beyond his role as a cattle breeder, Suradji held a position of mystique and intrigue in his community. He was known as a dukun, a revered class of shaman reputed to possess supernatural powers. Suradji's unique skills attracted numerous women who sought his guidance, hoping to find good fortune, healing, and resolution for the troubles that burdened their lives. However, beneath the guise of a spiritual healer, Suradji harbored a dark and malevolent desire. In the quiet hours of the night, he embraced black magic, driven by a haunting dream that would forever alter the course of his life. In 1986, Suradji's deceased father visited him in a dream, delivering a sinister command. His father's ghost demanded that Suradji must drink the saliva of 70 young dead women, a ritual believed to grant him extraordinary mystical powers. This eerie revelation marked the beginning of Suradji's descent into darkness. Fueled by an insatiable thirst for power, he made a chilling decision. Instead of waiting to find 70 young dead women and then drinking their saliva, he decided to expedite the process by killing young women himself. This sinister transformation would set in motion a series of terrifying events that would grip the nation with fear. Posing as a benevolent spiritual healer, Suradji orchestrated a horrifying ritual. He would lure his unsuspecting victims to a sugarcane plantation near his home. There, he instructed them to bury themselves waist deep, claiming it was part of a supposed cleansing process. But behind this facade of healing lay a chilling truth. Once the victims were buried, Suradji would reveal his true intentions, strangling the life out of these innocent women. He then buried them completely, their heads pointed towards his own home, believing this act would grant him extra power. Suradji's reign of terror would eventually come to an end. It was through a combination of investigative efforts and a stroke of luck. It was a series of events that ultimately led to his capture and the exposure of his heinous crimes. The turning point occurred on April 24, 1997, when 21-year-old Sri Kamala Dewey asked a 15-year-old rickshaw puller named Andreas to take her to Datak. She specifically asked him to keep it a secret and not to pick her up later. 3 days later, Dewey's decomposing and naked body was discovered in a sugarcane field by a passerby. A group of people subsequently exhumed her body and informed the police. Andres, the rickshaw puller, who had last seen Dewey with Suradji, reported this information to the police. The police then visited Suradji to question him about Dewey's disappearance. Initially, Suradji denied any involvement, but the police found evidence in his home that linked him to Dewey's murder. They discovered her handbag, dress, and bracelet, leading to Suradji's arrest on April 30, 1997. During his interrogation, Suradji eventually confessed to Dewey's murder. However, to the shock of the investigators, he also revealed that he had killed up to 42 girls and women in the same chilling fashion. The authorities could not ignore such a horrifying revelation. Subsequently, an excavation was carried out in the sugarcane field where Dewey's body had been found. The earth revealed a graveyard of 42 victims, some of whom were in an advanced state of decomposition, making them unidentifiable. In police custody, Suradji attempted to justify his monstrous acts, claiming that he was merely following his father's ghostly command. He believed that drinking the saliva of the dead young women would grant him the power he sought. Suradji's admission of guilt and the discovery of multiple victims left no doubt about his crimes. He was swiftly brought to trial, where his 3 wives, who were sisters, were also arrested and tried as his accomplices for assisting in the murders and helping to hide the bodies. Ultimately, on April 27, 1998, Suradji was found guilty by a 3-judge panel in Lubuk Pakam, Indonesia, and sentenced to death by firing squad. His reign of terror had ended, and justice had been served, but the horrors of his crimes would forever be etched into the memories of those affected by his malevolence. Thank you for joining us on this haunting journey. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to uncover more tales of mystery and darkness. Until next time, stay vigilant, for the world is filled with secrets waiting to be unmasked.